Hello, good evening, everyone. It's a nice touch here first. So, like I said, I'm teaching you market structure, the basic and the advanced market structure. So, this is the video here. Although I wanted to teach more, but I'm just going to drop only market structure this night or this evening. Then maybe later on, I will drop in a comprehensive video containing both what is it called, other block, liquidity, and other things. So, here we have two types of market structure. We have ranging market and we have trending market. In that trending market, we have uptrend and downtrend. So, what is market structure? Market structure is just price, how price reacts in the market. Like the basic market structure, uptrend and downtrends. Like here, we already have a clear distinct here for uptrend. So in each uptrend, there are something or we call it a point of interest that makes price keep going high. Without a point of interest, that without other blocks or breakout blocks, price won't be moving up. Like point of interest might be fair value gap, it might be a financial whatever. You understand? So, for example, here, this is a basic market structure for uptrend. So there are always another a point of interest pushing market up. You understand? There's always a point of interest. Our price comes to real. This is basic for basic knowledge. So the same thing goes for downtrend also. So we have ranging market, which ranging market is simply when price has no direction. It's doing up and down in a range. Doesn't break any structure. You understand? So this is a ranging market. So and this is a downtrend for basic knowledge. This is a downtrend. So we create, see how the price is going. This is for downtrends. So sorry, currently this downtrend, like I said, there is always a POI pushing price down from that level. That for what we are taught. But like I said, in a trending market, sorry, in a ranging market, for you to know the direction of the market when price is about to break out, price must do what? Create a fake out. That fake out simply means because in this kind of structure is something like this. Let me delete this. In this kind of structure, it is something like this you will normally see in the market. So let's say price came from a point, now start consolidating, start ranging. So if price wants to continue up or maybe continue down, there must be a POI. Price will come and react to as a fake out. So in this case now, price might just do this, come down, sweep this low. That fake out is liquidity being taken out. That's why I said I wanted to teach about liquidity and different and other things. The fake out that price will give before going up or going down, whether price might give a fake out here, grabbing taking out liquidity and coming to your POI, then drop. You understand? That's simply once you the fake out means price coming to your POI most of the times. You understand? So once price sweep the low, you see an up move. So we now call this a fake out. But simply each price coming to your POI, taking out inducement or we call it liquidity. Because inducement for me is liquidity. taking out this inducement for a buy, you can still see the same thing for sales. You understand? This thing are just the same. Once is opposite of sell. This is how market structure is. You understand? Then for an advanced market structure for an uptrend, you want price to give us an inducement. Let's say price is on an uptrend, so you want price to give us break of structure and also an inducement. So this is it. Price comes to break structure. Like here is now a structure. Price breaks it. So here now, if you have a point of interest, there must be an under block here for price to come and react. Price not just come like this, hit here and buy off. No. Price needs to do what? Create a break of structure like this, then create an inducement before the POI. And that inducement must be close to your POI before you can see a clear move at the opposite direction. So price might still cause another break of structure or still no do another break of structure and then come to your POI and buy. So eventually this is what you should be expecting in the market, something like this, because this is the basic this one is the advanced market structure, not basic, please. You expect price to do something like this, creating an inducement. This is an inducement after a break of structure. You can cause another if it has two break of structure. Know that this is an A plus setup, A plus setup. So and then inducement, because before price goes to any opposite direction, a liquidity must be taken out. A low, if price wants to buy, like I explained on this ranging market, liquidity must be taken out. So that liquidity being taken out is price doing what? Induce, like taking out people's money, because liquidity is just money in the market. Price needs to take out that money before going into each direction. So in this case, in this case now, this is what you should be expecting in the market, for price to take out liquidity before coming to your engagement and sorry before coming to your POI, and that liquidity must be close to your POI. It must not be very far from your POI. If it's far, let me give you another example. If for instance your POI or your inducement is far, that means price might take your breaker block to buy. Let's say now, for example, price give a break of structure and sorry, give a break of structure like this and come down like this. Know that price is not coming to this POI because this inducement is far. So if price is coming down to this POI, know that this POI will be induced. Price will have to take it out like this. Price have to take it out like this and do something like this. Create another high like this, then come and tap into that POI that was broken, and then buy. Just something like this, what you should be seeing. But if price eventually, because price normally do this thing, you understand? Once there is no close POI to your, sorry, once there is no close inducement, once inducement is no, sorry, once inducement is not close like this, your POI, price will definitely come and do this now, just show now, by taking your POI as an inducement. You understand? So, but if this is not the case and price just did something like this without mitigating this break of structure, because a breaker block is a failed order block. So now that breaker block now will be your POI for price to come and buy, you know. So price should definitely do something like this and buy. You understand? Price is definitely just because here the inducement is close to a breaker block. You understand? Price should just okay, let me draw a very clear shot, please. Sorry about this. Sorry about this, guys. So let me draw it again. So like I said, if price must, if you don't see something like this in the market and price gave you something like this and there is a break of structure like an upstrike like this, not something similar like this. You see how the break of structure looks. If price is coming down and price did not mitigate this, did not mitigate this, it just came something like this, very close, tap on it and either do a break of structure or did a double top. Price can equally easily come to this breaker block and then tap and buy, continue his buy. You understand? Normally it has already done what? Do his cleared what? Liquidity here. And then is the point of interest nearest is this. I'll be teaching this on point of interest. I just want to show us how market structure, the advance looks like. This is what you should be seeing in the market. You understand? So we have our inducement here close to our breaker block. Price took our breaker block and buy. So the same thing for sell scenario. It's just an opposite of that. You understand? So like I said, I've given at least the uptrend and the okay, let me just draw a downtrend um, kind of structure for just for us to understand what I'm saying. So here price will not come and be giving us lower low and lower highs. Price will once price is coming down, there must be a break of structure. This break of structure now, price will come close to our POI. You understand? One price break a break of structure like this, price is coming down. It might not be it must not be this low, but why we are using this place because this is a drawing. Price will come close to our POI, either cause a break of structure or still maintaining that high. This first break of structure is what make it very valid. So if there's no break of structure here, this thing is still valid, and price still comes once this low is induced, is broken. You know that your POI has 80 to 70% chances of standing. So there are more to this though, which I teach about in my Fibonacci retracement. So price will definitely do this and sell once your inducement is being taken out. The next thing you will see is price coming to your POI and then sell. Very simple. So once you understand this, you won't be doing rubbish in the market anymore. You won't be throwing your money away anymore. So remember, break of structure, the first break of structure. Then your inducement must be close to your POI, which is this. This is our POI. This is our inducement, and this is a break of structure. Sorry, I'm not putting down the names based on time. Okay, sorry, I'm not putting down the names. Okay, let me try and put down this. So we have a POS break of structure. That's our break of structure. Here is our POI. POI. Point. Here is our inducement. Sorry about this. I believe everybody understand what I'm saying. Here is our inducement because this will cost me time. Here's our inducement. IDM inducement. Then this is it. This is what you should be expecting from the advanced market structure. You understand? This is what you should be expecting from the advanced before market we go. So let's see if you can see something like this in normal price. You understand? So like we saw here, let me delete this trend line so that you can see very clearly what I mean here. So in this stage now, like you see how I cut this setup that gave us ratio 1 to 12. It's very simple. As you can see, price did what? Did a break of structure here. Price did a break of structure here. And there was, yeah, price did a break of structure here. And this was the first, what was it called? The first pullback before the break of structure. But price give us an inducement here. We can still use this as an inducement. Then now, here we have an under block maybe in the 4 hours time frame or something like that. So I am now sorry about that. Price give us a break of structure like seen here, a break of structure, a break of structure like seen here. Then next thing we're looking for is an inducement after that break of structure, not before the break of structure. After the break of structure, price must come close to your POI, which is what happened here. Price now came close. This is it to our POI, mitigating this, telling me that this will not stand anymore. As you can see, I took a little sell there. It's like a 1 hour time frame, which made me around 100 pips or so. So telling us once price touched this POI and bought, telling us that if price is coming down again, it will also use this as an inducement. So you need to practice and understand how market moves. So here is our inducement. So immediately price came and used the POI that is here because there was a POI here in the 4 hour time frame. So you can see once price came and tapped here, there was a buy and there was another break of structure. So don't let this confuse you. So the main break of structure is here. You understand? So after the whole scenario, the break of structure happened. Price give us inducement, which is this. So then the next thing price came to our POI. So if price gave you an inducement before the break of structure, know that that inducement will also be taken out because um, what fuels the market is liquidity. Price needs to take out key places where buyers or sellers are selling and where their stops and take profit are. So those places must be taken out before a new direction can happen. You understand? So like this explain the whole topic here, but let me see if I can find a clear version of what I'm speaking or talking about. Because okay here. Here now we have a break of structure here. There's a break of structure here. A break of structure doesn't mean there must be a multiple candlesticks, something like this. It's also a break of structure. But here you have a break of structure here because price broke above that. If you go in a forward time frame, it's not tiny like this. It's daily time frame. So after the break of structure, price did what? Came close. See, there was an inducement here. Let's be active. There was an inducement here. So the next thing price did was to come to this POI and see it in daily time frame, and then price did what? After coming to that POI, price bought. You understand? So there must be a break of structure. After that break of structure, there must be an inducement close to your POI. That's how you know that that POI is valid. So if you still want to catch better moves, you can go down to lower time frame, look for the same thing, and that's it. So this thing is not strategy wise. This thing is just explaining market structure. So I can even equally go to other pairs to still show the same thing. So why I'm going down to lower time frame here to explain the whatever it is on the 4 hour time frame, which I believe some of us might have catched the move. So here is a break of structure on gold. After break of structure, there must be an inducement close to your POI. Like I said, if the inducement happened after if your inducement, or maybe if there is an obstacle like this, which I actually an example, price will not come and start looking for POI at this level. To look for the breaker block, which price did here. So there was a break of structure, and price gave us an inducement at this point. It's an inducement, but it gave us a trend line kind of inducement, which I will be teaching about inducement. All kinds of we have like about 2 to 3 inducement type. Trend line inducement, which is liquidity though, weak, and also double top. You understand? So there are more to learn about this, but just trying to clear things and make you guys understand what I'm talking about, market structure. So in this month must be close to your POI. So like here we have an inducement, trend line inducement, close to our POI, because this is an inducement. This liquidity. This also another liquidity. So this is also another liquidity. So this thing is close to this breaker block. I'm not trying to use this to make this very. We can still use only this because this is close to this and to this. So we can still use this as our inducement. We can still use this as our inducement. You understand? So what you need to know is after a break of structure, there must be an inducement close to your POI. And the next thing you do is start looking forward to buy from that POI. Okay, like here now, let's go down in the lower time frame, maybe 15 minutes or so. Let's go down to 15 minutes. See this move, I caught this move on Thursday or Friday. It was a move that gave Happy FX $1 million in one trade. So now, like let's go to 1 hour time frame. Sorry about that. So we are on 1 hour time frame now. So like I said, price we give you a break of structure. So we have a break of structure here. See, and price did what gave us an inducement here and went up. As you can see, there was no break of structure again. Then price came back, take out this low, and then tap into um what is it called, another block here and bought. So if we go to the lower time frame, sorry about that, there is another block on the lower time frame which price tap into and bought and buy. So let's go down to that 15 minutes time frame we just came back, come out from. You see pure idea. Like I said, I just do it without even coming down to this level. So as you can see, there was a pure idea, very clean. But I just came, tap on it, and then after you see how close the inducement is, how close the liquidity is. If price only create an inducement here, what price we I'm targeting is the breaker block. But most of the times I normally use other block, not breaker blocks. Why? Price normally comes down to an other block before having an upstrike movement like this. You understand? So that's just it. But it's not more that you should be cashing all trades, because if you check out here, there is a breaker block here. There's a breaker block here. So this was supposed to stop price from selling. There's another breaker block here also, which price must have already used at this point and did a little buy. So these things you need more practice to understand market structure. It's not that difficult. And also the sell here also there was an inducement in this sell here because that was why I keep holding this sell to this point. You understand? There was a break of structure at this level. And before that break of structure, there was an inducement. Like I say, if there was an inducement before a break of structure, that inducement must be taken out. That was why if you see price took out this inducement, just and tap on the POI, then sold. You understand? That's how market move. There must be a low price we take out as liquidity before going into the opposite direction. So that you can call it a fake out or whatever it is, bro. Is price doing smart movement, like is market structure before dropping. So this is all or whatever you need as to know for market structure, which I'm going to be teaching about other blocks, liquidity, breaker blocks, and POIs with other things. Then still combine it in one video explaining market structure very well. So this is just a beginner video on market structure. I believe this helps you understand what market structure is. So here we did just ratio 1 to 6, which is risking 40 to get $243, which was a clean cash, which was a clean cash. I use it to cash about just a small yeah, about $100. I exited around uh, this break of structure. That was where I exit because I know that price must react because there was a news that day. Price must react during the news event. So I exit the market immediately before the upstrike movement. So that's it. I can even tell you guys this thing on my WhatsApp contact, bro. No need. I'm not here to impress or prove any point. So this move alone, imagine you caught this move because me, I normally trade one or twice daily, but that day I already got my daily target, so I avoid the market. That's me for you. I don't trade, not because I cannot trade, but I have my risk. See, this is about 500 pips or even more, like for 500 pips after giving us 243 pips. We did about 500 pips in like under how many minutes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 30. About 2 hours. 2 hours just give us 500 pips. Why this one take about almost 7 hours before it give us this 230 pips, 240 pips. So that's just it for you. Once you understand market structure, Baba, your trading career has already shifted from you being ignorant to you understanding how price move. The next thing you need is practice and also understand more about liquidity with POIs. So thank you guys. Peace and love.